All right, so better late than never. We finally got the Air Jordan 1's Bephies Beauty Supply Union collaboration summer of 96. And this is a pretty interesting looking shoe. Definitely has had a lot of, negative and positive comments. And people like myself that have probably changed their tone on this shoe, because this is one that I saw and I was like, nah, I'm not really feeling it. Then you kind of get a little bit more of the backstory, and then you get the summer of 96 sort of vibe. Some of it I kind of like, and some of it I kind of don't like. The first thing that doesn't really make sense to me is the fact that they're calling these the summer of 96. But if you're talking about summer of 96, where's the Air Jordan 11? Like, an Air Jordan 11 Union collaboration would have been crazy. It would have made way more sense with the timeline of that release. And since Union's really the one that brought these out, and this collaboration was crazy on the Air Jordan 1, they didn't really need to go back to an Air Jordan 1 to do something a little bit different. In my opinion, they could have brought the Air Jordan 11 to new heights if Jordan Brand would have allowed them to collaborate with that model. And I don't think we've ever seen an Air Jordan 11 collaboration to date. The Dornbecker series is kind of a notorious. There's at least one Jordan Brand model that drops every year. They've skipped over the Air Jordan 11. I have all of them. I've done videos on all of them. But the Air Jordan 11 is not happening as of yet with a collaboration. So that would have been my hot take on the whole thing, is like, yeah, this is cool and everything, and I'll get into some of the stuff I like about the shoe as well. But from the rip, I'm like, summer of 96, I would have been a junior in high school back then, which dates me. I vividly remember 96 and the Air Jordan 11s and wanting a pair of them, never getting a pair of them. That would have been the perfect jump off for this, because the rest of the story behind it was super dope. What doesn't fit the narrative in my mind is just the sneakers themselves. Now, does that mean these sneakers don't have a place? Well, I think that they are kind of dope, and definitely the BBS branding on it makes a lot of sense. The beauty supply with the braids and everything, I get that, and it looks kind of cool, but I think that, again, this story should have been saved for something else. Anyway, I had to get that off my chest before I get any further. Since we're talking about 96, I did get a package from Nautica. Shout out to Eddie Wynn. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and show you guys what I got. First, white sweatpants with the Wynn embroidery right here. Super dope. I'm definitely going to be ice dyeing a pair of those. We got a Wynn hat right here. Red and blue, classic Nautica look to them. And then check this out, the Wynn Nautica jacket. Eddie Wynn, I don't know what you did to make this happen, but dude, super fire collection. And if you guys want to shop any of the collection, I'll link it in the description. Over to Nautica. I mean, what an honor for Eddie to be able to have his own collection drop like this over on Nautica's site. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on real quick. All right, so let's get into this box first. You can see the top says summer of 96, and then there's a Jumpman logo, the BBS Beauty Supply logo here, and then the Union logo on top as well. And I like the background as a picture of a basketball hoop and stuff. On the label, it says Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG SP, and then this is a size 9.5, which is what I typically get for an Air Jordan 1. Inside the box, you get some nice wrapping paper. It looks like a building. I like the yellow inside of the box as well, and then it does have the triple branding and the 96 in here as well. Something else, it comes with a box of extra laces. It's kind of silly to me that they're creating a Move to Zero box of laces when they could just have the laces wrapped up and literally not use a box. That's kind of like a more powerful impact. I don't know. Anyways, I like the box still, and I like that they have yellow laces on the inside of this. So getting to the shoe, we've seen 1,000 reviews of these, I'm sure, online. Just searching online just to find the beauty supply itself, there's just so many reviews of the shoe. So I'm sure if you're getting this, you're probably skipping over. And then if you're not, and you're actually watching the video, much appreciated for you guys out there that are doing that. But we do have something that is similar and something that is a little bit different as well. So you can see on the top part of the collar, it is gray and then also gray liner, but it's a little bit different than this colorway, at least that I have here. And then it does have the Union LA tag right here, and also that Frankenstein stitching that this one was known for as well. The difference being that this is kind of that Tiffany blue color around, and then it does have the BBS logo on the back. So that's one detail I didn't really pay attention to from the pictures, is that baby blue Tiffany sort of color on there, and it really adds a nice little pop to the shoe. Honestly, I really dig that quite a bit. Also, something I didn't notice until my friend Jen pointed out, shout out to her, is you have white laces and then you do have gray laces on the top section. Somewhat similar to what they did on this colorway. As you can see, the black laces and then the cream laces at the top part, and it's just one lace, it's just two-tone for those wondering. I do like that though, and I think it looks really nice. But the mid panel of the shoe is where they changed it up quite a bit. Obviously, you could see the way that they like weaved this material all the way through. When you get them in person, you look, it's pretty crazy what they did here. So it's like almost like a shoelace type material all the way through. It's a little bit tougher texture than like shoelaces, but it's weaved through the leather, so you could see the stitching here above and below. I would actually be curious to see what would happen if you decided to snip the stitching out and just try to rip it out. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to do it, because I'm not sure what the backing is on the back of this weave, because on the inside of the shoe you can't feel any of that woven material. It's just like a solid material on the inside. So it's good that they did that. It obviously makes it a little bit more comfortable when it's a standard material on the inside of the shoe. But the way everything is woven together, until you really get it in hand and you see the craftsmanship, you're like, okay, like I still think it probably looks better without having that woven material, but I can appreciate what they did there. Seeing the craftsmanship firsthand is pretty cool, but obviously wondering how they did this in like large production numbers as well, it's pretty impressive. And then you get to the midsole and it's like two different tones of that off-white cream material. So the midsole looks like it's pretty much the same color as the previous version. However, instead of doing red or anything else on the bottom, they did like the off-white cream look on the bottom as well. I kind of wish they did a gum sole or something different. It would have been fun to see something like that, but I'm not mad at what they ended up creating here. I think ultimately when you look at the shoe, there's a gut reaction. You either love it or hate it. I definitely was on the hate it wave because I don't know, just the overall execution of the upper, it was like, I don't know, it just looks weird to me, not necessarily needed, but I will say that getting them in hand, on feet, they look better, they're growing on me quite a bit, and they did a great job. I mean, it's Union, what do you expect? They're going to do really, really dope stuff, and something out of the box, something that we don't see every single day, which this is a prime example of that. So really it comes down to you as an individual. Do you appreciate what somebody was trying to do and what they were trying to execute or not? And so I feel like, it's going to be one of the most loved, hated pairs of Air Jordan 1s to drop. Also, the timing of this release is crazy because Air Jordan 1s are sitting all over the place. They're sitting close to retail for lots of new colorways that drop. These ones are even sitting close to retail, which I paid extra for since I got them directly from Union. So it was like $30 extra for shipping, kind of crazy, but you know, it is what it is. But I think that retrospectively looking back in like 5-10 years from now, this might be one of those shoes that people are going, oh yeah, that was crazy. Like there was a very unique drop. They had a really nice, well-organized release and everything else in between regarding this drop. I really like the media and stuff that actually released with this as well. Some of the little short videos that they create to make a product like this, I feel like Jordan Brand needs to feature those more. I don't know if the production of what they're creating, like the media videos and stuff, is coming out of Union's pockets or if it's coming out of Jordan Brand's pockets. If it's coming out of Union's pockets, Jordan Brand should definitely showcase what they have over on the sneakers app, because I don't think I saw the one primary video that I'm thinking of where they're on the bikes and stuff, kind of representing that summer of '96 vibe with people jump roping and whatnot. I thought that was really well done, and I didn't see it on sneakers as far as I remember, and I could have just missed it, but I feel like they should be featured over there if it's not. For those people that wanted information about the actual release, this is what they say on their website. The Summer of '96 capsule collection is a three-way collaboration between Jordan Brand, Bephies Beauty Supply, BBS, and Union. The inspiration behind the design is actually centered around how my wife, Bephie from BBS, and Chris from Union first met. We met in the summer of '96 in Fort Greene, Brooklyn. Streetwear as we knew it was at an early infancy. I remember in high school I had the craziest Mecca jacket. It was crazy. I always loved Echo. Like, leave a comment in the comment section. What's your favorite brands from like the late 90s? That era was crazy. Hip hop was transitioning from underground to becoming the preeminent pop music that it has become today, and Brooklyn was still its best kept secret. Fashion was a reflection of its times. The year prior was Larry Clark's Kids release, and the world at large is introduced to the counterculture youth angst of NYC. That year, the Fugees dropped the album The Score. This capsule pays homage to the summer that they met, and when we look back now, we realize that summer was not only the foundation of our relationship, but also the precursor to the lifestyle movement we call streetwear. Anyways, more information on their Instagram if you guys don't follow either Bephies Beauty Supply or Union. Definitely worth a follow over there if you guys don't follow them. One other detail that I really like about the shoe is just the yellow lining around. It's the same as on the previous, but it kind of adds like a vintage sort of look and feel. Anyways, what are your thoughts on the BBS Union collaboration with Jordan Brand, the Air Jordan 1s? Again, I think they should have done an Air Jordan 11. I think that would have been the icing for '96 collaboration, but can't be mad at what they did for sure. It's definitely a shoe that has a lot of unique personality to it. The color blocking is very simple, but I like the fact that you can actually maybe customize this in any way, shape, or form you want. You can ombre dip dye this probably. Different color blockings on the upper to really make these things pop. Anyways, thanks for stopping by and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to buy a pair, I'll try to link them over to eBay because that's the only place you're gonna be able to get them for now. But pretty interesting drop, a very unique one to say the least, and happy that I was able to actually get a pair in hand and on feet. To appreciate them because strictly from images, I was not interested. But now that I got them in hand and stuff, I think that these are actually pretty nice. So we'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Also, if you guys want to buy any of the Eddie Wynn collection over at Nautica, shout out to Eddie for sending over some stuff. But have a good rest of the day. Hopefully see you back for some more content soon. All right, peace guys.